part 3 of story time. So me and my partner at the time, we got real tight, man. We was hanging out over the summer, and you know, the ladies that used to work at Highbridge Pool over the summer, man. Oh man, dude, I had a lot of girls, man. I was knocking them down. You set up the pins, and I was knocking them down, man, left and right. Beautiful women, a lot of women. So anyway, long story short, now he confines in me one day, and you know, it wasn't even over drinks or anything like that. I can't even say he was drunk. And he was like, yo, man, I got to tell you something. And I was like, yeah, what's up, man? So, you know, we started talking because we got real tight. We got close. So he was like, yo, you know, and he said his old partner's name. He said, yo, while I was up in the hospital, you know, this dude had sex with my wife. My heart dropped. My heart immediately dropped. And I was like, are you serious, man? And it's like, I couldn't fathom, like, how can you be that tight with somebody? I mean, these two were in cadet corps together, and then they became police officers together. I was like, dude, I said, are you serious? He said, yeah, man. He said, yeah, he slept with my wife. And he said, that's why we stopped working with each other, you know, blah, 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 blah. He was giving me the whole lowdown. And I was just looking at him, and then he said how he found out, because his side piece, his guma, you know, his doña, you know, came by the hospital while he was, you know, incapacitated. And she went in there. He told me the story. She went in there. She looked under the sheet to make sure his pee-pee was still intact. And then she was like, oh, my God. Like, looking at him like, oh, my God. And his wife was there. So, you know, an argument ensued in that hospital. You get what I'm saying? He didn't give me the whole lowdown because he was incapacitated. So he could only go by what people told him. He wasn't really like, you know, he wasn't there. Put it like that. So she found out about it, and I guess she confided to his partner, and then they had a rendezvous. I don't know how many times. He didn't get into that part, but he said it came out later because him and his wife had a fight. I don't know over what. He didn't say how it all started, because at first it was a secret. But then she said, yeah, I met your girlfriends. That's why I had sex with such and such a. Cold world, cold. She could have done that with anybody. He told me that. He said, dude, if she did that with anybody. He said at the time, because me and him wasn't tight. We were cool. Don't get me wrong. You know, we worked in the same building. We worked in the same precinct together. But he said, dude, it could have been you. And I would have been fine. But I was like, dang. He said that was his ace boom coon. It gets better. Part 4.